It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor. Edward was popping back to Wellsworth for the day to look after Bill and Ben. But there was something strange. Edward looked around at Wellsworth, and Bill and Ben weren't there. Well, that's strange. Usually Boko comes along with Bill and Ben, and I don't see them. Edward went to explore in the yards, not knowing there was something waiting for him. I know Bill and Ben have to be here somewhere. Oh! Gosh, my buffers! What did I crash into? Okay, what's your... Buzzed my boilers! Edward backed up. Hello there. You're Edward, right? Yes, and you're Edward too? Yes, I'm surely am. I'm the past you. A while back on the Furness Railway. Whoa. That is cool. How was the Furness Railway doing? Oh, it's been pretty good. Ever since you left, the railway's still on track. How about Albert? Is he okay? Yep, he sure is. Except for last year during Christmas break, I guess, when he crashed into a pile of snow again. Oh, Albert, always getting himself into trouble. How's it going on your railway? Oh, nothing much. I'm getting used to this place, and I pretty much like it. Except when it comes to the big engines. Let me guess, those big engines are giving you a hard time? Yes, I always try to keep my spirits up, but those big engines always have to call me old and stuff. But one day I did prove to big old Gordon that I was reliable by pushing him up his own hill. Well, that's a teach him. Never to mess with, I guess, future me, you'd say. Then Boko came. Hey, Edward, Bill and Ben are here. He should be coming in a few seconds. Edward, who are you talking to? Oh, hey, Boko. I was just talking to... Edward was shocked. His past self had vanished. Oh. Who were you talking to, Edward? Well, I was talking to my past self, the Furness Railway version of myself. But when you came, I guess he disappeared, I guess. Well, let me guess. Missing your old railway, I guess? Yes, you caught me. I didn't miss my old railway. It's okay, Edward. You said you did got used to this railway. So maybe taking care of Bill and Ben might keep your mind off of it. Thanks, Boko. Just then, the two tricksters, Bill and Ben, came into the yard. Hello, Edward! Hey, you two! So, what should we do first? And also one thing. No, pranks. Guys. Oh, I know! Shazam had said we needed to take some more clay to the China clay pits. Wanna come with us? Sure, let's go. As Edward was puffing along, he still couldn't keep his mind off his Furness Railway self. Edward couldn't keep his mind off of it. But then there was trouble as he bumped into some trucks. Ow! Oh. Those were trucks in front of me, wasn't it? Hey guys, look! The engine in front of us is blind! No, I'm not. Yes, you are. 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 Edward had enough and bashed the trucks. Now, all the trucks were silent. Serves you trucks right. With that, Edward puffed to Bill and Ben so they could hook up to their train. Bill and Ben coupled up to the train, and Edward puffed off, still thinking about what he saw earlier. Edward was too busy thinking about his Furness Railway self, but didn't know they switched to a different line. Edward, this is not the right way. We need to go to Brendan Branch. Well, Edward was too busy thinking about stuff, but it was too late. Oh! Bust my boiler, what happened? Edward's driver got out the cab to find that they knocked down a sign. Edward's front wheel was off rail, and Edward's tender was barely hanging on the tracks. Well, just our luck. Now we won't be able to get the China clay bits if Edward's front wheels are derailed. We could get the tender back on rails, but I don't know what we're gonna do with the front wheels, Edward. What was even wrong with you, Edward? But it didn't matter, so Ben decided to pull the engines. It almost derailed Edward falling behind. Meanwhile, at Timothy's sheds, the sun was setting. All the engines were at the sheds. Gordon and James were having a ball about what happened to Edward. Seriously, Edward, how are you going to think about something while pulling a train? The train is more important than whatever you were thinking of. That would never be me. I'll just keep your mouth shut, said Thomas. And quit bullying Edward. He didn't really mean to. Plus, what if you embarrassed yourself by getting stuck on Gordon's hill again? Gordon stayed silent. And it goes for you too, James. Just imagine you crash into some tar tankers too. You better watch that tone of yours, Thomas. Because if I were you, I would gladly like to plunge you into a pile of snow through a tunnel. And we big engines can laugh whenever we want to. You stupid tank engines always have to tell us what to do. Well, guess what? We're not listening. Well, you really should. Percy, shut up! Edward just puffed into the shed silently. Now you just made it even worse. Thanks a lot, James. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going in the sheds to comfort Edward. James, Gordon, I can't believe you two actually just did that. Henry, shut up for the last time. You and Percy, you two green caterpillars are getting on my nerves. Edward, what's wrong? Well, Thomas, it's a long story. But long story short, I think I was imagining my old self on the Furness Railway. I talked to him before a little bit, but when Boko got to Wellsworth, he was gone. I kept thinking about him and accidentally crashed. Oh, I know how you feel. I miss my old railway too, Edward. But that doesn't mean I don't have to think about it every day. Don't worry, Edward. I got you covered. Don't listen to those big engines. You told me that on my first day here. Oh yeah, you're right. Thanks, Thomas. Now, let's get some shut-eye, shall we? With that, Edward and Thomas left the other engines to argue in the sheds.